May I come in, sir? Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you.
Damanpreet Arora, you are based in Chandigarh.
Sir, I was born in Chandigarh. Currently, I'm working
You are working in
District Panchayat Raj Officer in Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh?
Yes, sir.
Which district?
Sir, in Bijnor currently.
Bijnor.
Last month only I have been posted in Bijnor.
Okay. But you have been selected in 21, sir?
Yes, sir. I was posted in Ayodhya back then. Yes, sir.
And from Ayodhya you have been transferred to?
Yes, sir. Bijnor.
Can you tell us something about yourself?
So my name is Damanpreet Arora. I was born in Chandigarh and brought up in Mohali district of Punjab. I completed my graduation in the year 2019 from Punjab University from civil engineering stream, and currently I'm working as District Panchayat Raj Officer in Uttar Pradesh.
So you are a civil engineering graduate.
Yes, sir.
And you have taken political science.
Yes, sir.
Civil engineering is not there as a subject in civil service?
It is there, sir.
So what made you change it?
So I started preparing in the college days itself.
Okay.
So I started with general studies and I found polity and international relations as very interesting. So I took that.
So you've taken 6 chances.
Yes, sir.
How many times you appeared in interviews?
So this would be my third interview. Third interview, sir. This would be my third.
What went wrong in those 2 interviews?
So I appeared in my second attempt in 2020. I appeared in that interview. So nothing went wrong, sir. I think I did fairly well at that time.
But then why couldn't you get into?
So I think my answers were not that descriptive and not analytical because I did not have that much experience at that time.
What about the main marks? They were good?
Sir, I missed cutoff by 12 marks and interview marks I scored 150 in that attempt.
Okay.
And in then in 2023, sir, I missed cutoff by 8 marks and I scored 165 in interview.
So 165 is not very bad, but that means your written was not good.
Yeah, sir, I scored I missed cutoff by 8 marks, sir. Yes, sir, 953 was the final cutoff, and 944 I scored.
This year you have done better.
Sir, I think I've done better while I'm working, so I tried.
Okay. Bijnor. Do you know something about Bijnor?
Yes, sir, it is a district in Western Uttar Pradesh.
So, have you heard of Robin Hood of Bijnor?
Sorry, sir?
Robin Hood of Bijnor.
No, sir.
Sultana Thakur?
No, sir.
I have not heard.
So I apologize, sir.
Okay. I think you'll know about him.
Yes, sir.
These days there was an election in UP, in Delhi, and yesterday results have come. Being a student of political science and knowing the electoral laws of India, it says no appeal in the name of religion, caste, creed, or geography. And most of our elections are based on appeals to faith, caste, and geography. Do you think our elections are farce? Because it's just opposite of what the Constitution provides.
Sir, election is a festival of Indian democracy and our elections has been widely recognized.
That's right. But Constitution says there should be no appeal in the name of religion, caste, and these such matters. It should be on policies and programs. And invariably, almost all elections are fought in the name of, basically, they invoke faith, caste, and so on and so forth. So the basics are flawed. So do you think our elections are flawed? If the elections are flawed, democracy is flawed.
Sir, our elections have been fair. While some appeals might have been made in the past or in the recent instances.
Fair what? When the election basics are wrong, how can it be fair?
But sir, the Indian voter is very much clever in that regard, I see, because every time the right decision has been made by the Indian voter. So there has been a moving forward from identity to identity plus politics in recent times because the recent daily issues, for example,
so
of roads.
You don't have any problem faith and caste being invoked in fighting elections. You don't have any problem with that.
Sir, I do have a problem with that. But sir, what matters is the sensitization of the voters. They are the supreme electors. They need to be. They need to make a
No, if you
wise
serve them
decision.
religion, they'll talk about it. If you serve them economics, they'll talk about economics. So it is the political parties who are at fault. There should be the restriction should be on them. Is there any law governing the political party behavior in India?
So there is not a particular law, but model code of conduct is what
It's not a
they
law.
need to apply. Yes, it's not a law, sir.
So if there is no law, how can you make the political parties behave?
So Representation of People Act 1950 and 51 are the two laws basically
But it
that
doesn't
govern.
talk about politics. It's just one mention is there somewhere in the RP Act 1951.
So
about political
51,
parties. Nothing
if I'm
else.
allowed to guess, sir, there is one provision in which there is prohibition on the collection of votes based on the caste and creed. I think it is section.
There is a
Yes, sir.
restriction on that.
Yes, sir.
But still political parties are doing that. So they're not following the Representation of People Act itself.
So they are following because
No, they're following, they're appealing in the name of caste and religion. How are they following?
So
Basics are wrong. No?
sir, I don't believe so.
Don't believe that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now there was something called electoral bond. They say it's a very novel way of funding elections. Do you see any problem in electoral bond? Because after all, political parties need money to run elections. Where from they'll get it? Was it a good idea to collect money through electoral bond, or there can be some other methods?
Sir, it was not a very transparent process because in the past also Supreme Court has struck down electoral bond scheme in that regard. Sir, electoral for the funding basically, there can be two mechanisms. The pooling of the crowdfunding mechanism can be one of the step. Also, state funding of elections as proposed earlier by committees also can be one of the very good options because it fosters transparency and accountability to the voters as well, sir.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That means it was not a correct way of collecting funds. Electoral bond was not a good idea.
So the process by which it was introduced might have been a better way because it was introduced via a financial bill. So had it been
Had it been done
deliberated,
through regular bill, do you think it would have been justifiable then? It would have remained the same thing, isn't it?
so seeing the present circumstances, sir, electoral bond scheme does not hold a good ground.
Okay,
sir.
okay. Now you talk about international relations. Generally, international law governs international relations. Recently, you saw in Gaza case, South Africa went to international court and says it was a genocide that Israel is doing. But the dispute could not be resolved. Nothing happened after that. So, is there any? I mean, why should we be really talking about international law? Actually, it means nothing.
Sir, international law is very much required because otherwise the only available field would be the battlefield. So it gives a sort of mechanism where countries could deliberate and discuss the issues.
It's not resolving. Ukraine is running on for many, many years. Gaza is an issue, Israel issue is pending for many decades actually.
But
And
sir,
international law could not resolve it.
so the kind of deterrence it provides is also a good way because otherwise the only mechanism is on the battlefield. Otherwise the guns and the bullets would not have any kind of limitation in that regard. World might have seen another third world war, sir, if the international institutions had not been there, sir.
Okay. And my last topic that I'll be talking about. Panchayat Raj. It came from which committee's report? There was a committee which recommended that there should be a Panchayat Raj system.
So there were several committees. Balwant Rai Mehta committee was one of them.
Okay.
And JVK Rao committee.
Was it a good idea?
Indeed, sir.
Is it working?
Yes.
on the ground?
Yes, sir, it is very much working at the ground level. In fact, earlier also I had very negative conception towards the Panchayati Raj, what I had read in books. But when I worked on the ground level, I saw that the real decision-making powers rest with the Gram Pradhan and the Panchayat secretaries.
But Gram Pradhan basically with his level of knowledge, he would not be able to go beyond the point about the roads, little bit of nali here and there. Nothing else he knows. He is not educated and sort of prepared for those kind of actual planning which really have long-term implications.
So there are certain issues in that regard where training needs to be provided them before they hold on to work. However, sir, education I think is not a mechanism to judge an individual's intellect, because many of the housewives are working and organizing their home at a much better level. So without gaining sufficient amount of education. So yes, sir.
Yes. Damanpreet, how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so your birthday is on 5th of June,
Yes, ma'am.
right? An important day,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes.
So, what were the outcomes of the first Stockholm conference and India's working path towards the net zero?
Ma'am, 5th June being the World Environment Day was one of the decisions that was taken to be set up. So from the very next year, 1973, first Environment Day was decided. And second part of the question, ma'am, that
Was what is the working path of India to achieve net zero?
Ma'am, India has committed to net zero by 2070. Apart from India's national determined goals that we see, it is 50% the target that the renewable energy needs to be accounted for. Secondly, ma'am, 1 billion emissions that needs to be cut by 2030, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
And what as a Panchayati Raj officer you would do to conserve the environment?
Ma'am, the first one would be the Swachh Bharat mission. It is very much needed because until and unless our waste is segregated and processed, so that hinders the overall environmental goals. Apart from it, ma'am, there is resource recovery centers that are being set up at the Gram Panchayat level, where all the garbage that comes from the Gram Panchayat into the resource recovery center, it gets segregated and the plastic is also separated there. And indeed, the plastic, the mechanism is there where the coordination is between the Zilla Panchayat and they take plastics and they include it in the roads. Okay. So that is one of the...
Okay, Damanpreet, one last question I would ask you. It is opinion based.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're from Punjab and you know Punjabi music is quite a fame in different diasporas, right? So the lyrics which contains like women as too greedy to be, as a gold digger, or promoting intoxication or violence. What is your say on that? What is your opinion?
Ma'am, it should definitely be curbed because it has a very bad impact on the youth. And what they see from the movies and the song, they idealize that. In fact, ma'am, recently I was reading in the newspaper, even the illegal migration is being supported through the music because there was a song, Trump Na Rok Sake. So that has a very bad effect on the youth. So it should be curbed, ma'am.
And why are we not stopping that? Why it is not curbed till date? What do you think? What is stopping it?
Ma'am, there are certain work being done on that front. But ma'am, the recently issued guidelines with respect to media and the Cinema Act. So through that, it can be done.
Okay. So, describe youth of Punjab in one sentence.
Ma'am, the youth of Punjab has a huge potential which is unutilized at this moment and it needs to be better potentialized.
Okay. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
So what's the meaning of your name?
Sir, it means Damanpreet means the one who controls love.
Controls love.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are coming from Chandigarh, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and you are working in UP.
Yes, sir.
So if I ask you what are the issues between, what are the Are the issues same in Punjab and UP? Same issues you are facing in both the states, like maybe social aspects, be economical, cultural, political. How do you view?
Sir, economically, if we view, then Punjab is struggling in terms of debt. However, Uttar Pradesh has been on
What
a
is the per
positive.
capita income of Punjab?
Sir,
Is it better than UP?
yes, sir, it is better than UP.
What is the per capita income?
Sir, I'm unaware about the numbers right now, but when compared between the two states, Punjab is in better state of affairs with respect to per capita income, sir.
Then how you are saying the economy is struggling?
Sir, on the supply side, there are certain issues in Punjab because of the debt burden.
Debt burden.
Yes,
And
sir.
UP has no debt burden.
Sir, it has, but the path where...
What is the debt burden of Punjab?
Sir, it is somewhere around 48% of the GDP.
No, if you say in the actual amount, how many lakh crores is the debt?
Sorry, sir. I will look into it, sir.
And what about UP? It has low debt burden.
Sir, it has been on a right path with respect to the attracting of the investments that is being done. Also, sir, through tourism, Uttar Pradesh is doing fairly well because the potential of Kumbh and Ayodhya is being harnessed. So, Punjab can also tap
No,
into...
I was asking you about the Punjab vis-a-vis UP.
Yes, sir.
We should compare on those parameters.
Okay, sir.
Okay, economy have completed. Next, coming to society and coming to politics, coming to administration. Can you compare both?
So, society, if we compare, so the youth of Punjab is generally attracted towards the foreign countries, and there has been a rising trend in Punjab where the want for job or educational prospects in the other countries are much desired. However, sir, in Uttar Pradesh, if we see, there is also harnessing of potential with respect to the panchayats. There has been recently recruitment of 60,000 panchayat sahayaks at the panchayat level also. So many of the citizens are, many of
That
the
is
people...
fine, but UP youth are not looking to foreign countries, right?
Sir,
it is the
not to
difference.
that level. Yes, sir.
In that way, there is a difference.
Yes.
I'm asking exactly that only. What are the differences you are finding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, coming to politics.
So politics, I think...
Both are charged kind of politics, huh?
yes, sir. So
Both places.
politics is something which is everywhere, so we
Everywhere.
can't stop
Okay.
it, sir.
What about the administration? What differences?
Administration, so the department in which I work, Panchayati Raj, in Uttar Pradesh, it is a segregated department where Panchayati Raj and rural development are the different domains. However, Punjab, sir, the development department and the Panchayati department is one. So better coordination is there in terms of this department. So because it is segregated in Uttar Pradesh.
You have to talk in specific to the overall administration, not particular to Panchayati Raj. Overall administration you need to learn more about, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will ask you one question, one last question you can say. Since you are a student of PS and IR,
Yes, sir.
Punjab's issues are related to some of the issues we are seeing from Canada also. They are emanating this Khalistani movement and all, right? So India is facing a diplomatic challenges in Canada as well as with China. From Canada to China, everywhere we are facing the diplomatic issues. So how do you view that, whether Indian government is dealing effectively with all those issues? What is your opinion?
Sir, Indian administration is currently doing well in that regard, because what we see in Canada, it is a matter of internal politics in that country. However, at the diplomatic level, we are on the right path with respect to dealing with Canada.
How? There were killings in Canada which were attributed to India by Canadian government, and there were a lot of serious diplomatic tensions between both the countries.
So the allegations were without any proof, sir. So it is not a matter of fact that we have to believe what the senior leader of the particular country is saying. There needs to be certain proofs with that regard, particularly in the international arena. So we can't blame a particular country for whatever a country feels because of the
That is
internal
fine, but
politics.
everything is based on the perception. Reality will be something different. But we usually, societies move by perceptions, maybe whether it's domestic affairs or international affairs, right?
Yes, sir.
Then
So, but with the killing, with respect to the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, there were not any proofs in that regard. So, India has been on the right part in neglecting all these allegations because they were baseless and without any proof, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, so Damanpreet,
Yes, sir.
your father is having some medical issue. What is
Yes,
it?
sir. Sir, last year he suffered from a major heart attack.
Heart attack.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how is he now?
Sir, he's better, sir.
What did he opt for any surgery?
Yes, sir.
What
Sir,
was it?
angioplasty.
Angioplasty?
Yes.
Okay, take no problem. Recently, we have seen there is increasing heart attacks in the people who are in their early 20s in India. What is it?
So one of the key reason is the lifestyle that the current youth is adopting. Apart from it, sir, the fast food and the junk food, frequent intake of the food. Apart from it, sir, more focus on the indoor level activities. Smartphones are more being preferred as compared to the outdoor exercises or the games that we used to play when we were in the childhood. So these three reasons are the major ones, sir.
These reasons have been there in the particular society for the past so many years. But why for the past 2-3 years we see such instances? What is the reason behind such dramatic increase in these cases?
So the two key reasons are the lack of physical activity and the intake of junk food, particularly, sir, the proliferation of the shops that we see of the junk foods that has also increased the accessibility. Also, sir, the Zomato and Swiggy, such kind of platforms, they have also increased the accessibility and availability of such.
Okay. What is fat tax?
Sir, if I can make a guess. Sir.
Yes, please.
So fat tax is, I think, tax on the food which contains the fat content or the carbohydrate or the calorie content if it contains that. So maybe. I'm not sure, sir.
Is it taxing the food or is it taxing the individual?
Sir, I think it is taxing the food.
Okay, very good. So you are working as a Panchayati Raj officer.
Yes, sir.
What is your role as a Panchayat Raj officer?
So the basic role is monitoring the overall functioning of the Gram Panchayats in a particular district. Yes, sir.
What are some important schemes which are being implemented in your district?
So the number one is Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan. The second one, Swachh Bharat Mission.
Do you think Swachh Bharat mission has been successful in bringing about that behavioral modification which we were focusing more on, particularly in terms of open defecation?
Indeed, sir. Because the panchayats have been at the forefront in making the country open defecation free right back in 2019. Also, Uttar Pradesh has received ODF plus status as well. Apart from it, sir, community toilets are being built at each Gram Panchayat. Also, sir, individual toilets are being given to the needies at the household level. Apart from it, sir, the Nigrani Samitis that were there had a huge role to play in behavioral change of the people. Because right from the 4 a.m. to the 6 a.m., they used to work and behaviorally nudge people to not to defecate in the open. So it has brought a behavioral change in the people, sir.
What is the difference between ODF, ODF plus and ODF plus plus?
Sir, open defecation free is something nobody should be seen defecating in the open. However, sir, ODF plus is what divides the categories into rising, aspiring and model villages, where apart from the ODF status, there is also a focus on the sustainability of that toilets which are being built along with the water that is being given to the particular toilet. Also, sir, visual cleanliness and IEC activities are also focused upon in ODF plus. Sir, ODF plus I need to work upon, sir. I will.
Anything related to utilization of that waste? Or how
Yes.
you handle that waste?
Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I missed that point. In ODF plus it is, sir.
Okay, no problem. So you have done your graduation in civil engineering.
Yes, sir.
So are you able to utilize your knowledge of civil engineering in your work as a Panchayat Raj officer?
Yes, sir. So the various infrastructural projects that are built, like the Gram Sachivalayas and the Panchayat Bhavans. So inspection of that, civil engineering really helps me in that, in knowing the details. Apart from it, sir, there is also a factor of safety which is being taught in civil engineering, which is being prepared for the worst. So that also helps, sir.
What are the key challenges of infrastructure in rural areas? Since you are working as a district Panchayati Raj officer, you might be very well aware of what issues the creation of infrastructure face in rural areas.
So the major issue that I see is land-related problems. Sir. The shortage of land is what is hindering the development of infrastructure in the rural areas. We have certain land disputes between the government and the people. Apart from it, sir, the quality issues are also there, where a right amount of quality is not being preferred. So quality checks needs to be in a better position with respect to the infrastructure creation. Apart from it, sir, there is also issue of water seepage in the buildings. So proper pre-recognition of sites and the adequate damping procedures needs to also be focused upon, rather than relying on.
Okay, when we talk about Panchayat Raj institutions, we are essentially focusing on the third tier of the democracy.
Yes, sir.
There is one statement which is like, too much democracy is dangerous. Do you agree with this statement? If you want, I can reframe it. Do you think there is too much democracy in India?
So there is democracy in India, but that democracy is not for the is not in the negative sense, because it has indeed given decision-making powers at the ground level. This statement, sir, I can recall in one aspect where it is often said that the Gram Pradhans are curbing the powers of the district magistrate. So it is seen in that sense. But sir, district magistrate has indeed got more powers in his hands, more hands through which development activities can be initiated, because a district magistrate has several functions to perform, like revenue functions or the magistral. So the development aspect is much taken care of by the Gram Pradhans. Also, sir, it gives accountability to the people, because third tier of government is much nearer to the base. They don't have to visit the district or the block level again and again. The issues are much resolved at the ground level, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, Damanpreet, when is your interview?
So 7th March.
7th March. So, you have some time.
Yes, sir.
This was the first mock?
No, sir.
Earlier you have done?
So 2 mocks I have done.
The mock you have done.
Yes, sir.
What was people told you? What was the
So
feedback?
the reviews were generally good, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. In fact, since you have already appeared twice before the board,
Yes, sir.
so you shouldn't have any sort of fear, or those kind of people generally, they're scared of facing the board.
Yes, sir.
That should not be, I'm sure it will not be there. Some of the, as a person, you come out as a very balanced person, cheerful personality.
Yes, sir.
So your conversation with you was absolutely fine.
Thank you, sir.
On issues where there is a sort of, when I try to sort of pose very difficult questions like there is no democracy in India, I think you stood the ground. Probably you could have been more diplomatic because people are using religion, and they say it is Hindutva, which is a way of life, not a religion. And Justice Verma has ruled that Hindutva is a way of life, not religion. And that is why when they use Hindutva, it's not use of religion, technically speaking.
Okay.
So that is how they get away with that. But in reality, this is religion. So technically they are not wrong, legally they are not wrong, because there is a court order saying that it is not a religion, it is a way of life.
Okay, sir.
But in practice, it does boils down to a community following particular faith.
Yes, sir.
So that is an issue which needs to be addressed.
Yes, sir.
So you could have been a little more diplomatic.
Yes,
You
sir.
were opposing, I mean, not agreeing to what I was saying, but it didn't give any reason for me to believe what is the basis of your argument, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that is one. About Punjab, when we are talking about differences, you forgot many things like drugs in youth in Punjab,
Unemployment.
like unemployment is I think both places, but about foreign countries,
Yes,
I think that you talked about well. Then some of the issues you talked about, I'm not going to into that. 73rd, 74th Amendment is going to be an issue for you because you are a Panchayat Raj officer.
Yes.
So the delegation of power, the subjects were given to Panchayats.
Yes, sir.
And on those you should be deliberating. Which are the subject Panchayat are in a position to deal with that? And what should be done if they are not in a position to, because they don't have knowledge and experience to deal with those subjects. Then women, Pradhan Pati syndrome. I think that is another issue.
Yes, sir.
And since we are already working in the district, UP has a scheme of district trade, that they have chosen certain trade, a certain vocation
Yes, sir.
for a district, and they are trying to work on that. That you should also be reading a little more about Bijnor and Ayodhya.
Yes, sir.
In Ayodhya, started rural library.
Yes, sir.
What are the implications? What basically from there the question will come that there is no reading habits are going, people are not reading
Yes,
it.
sir.
Then why what this library will do? It will be meaningless
Yes,
to keep a library there. So you should have proper, well thought answers on those issues,
Yes.
because it is written here
Yes, sir.
that you have rural library, established rural library in Ayodhya. Farmers issue we do not mention. Farmer issue, people in Punjab, farmers are agitated.
Yes, sir.
In UP, only western UP farmers are
Yes, sir.
agitated so much,
Yes, sir.
not eastern and central. So that is also a difference.
Yes.
Then there is a cancer train in Punjab. Because of the faulty agricultural practices, incidence of cancer has come.
Yes, sir.
And there is a hospital, charitable hospital in Rajasthan. So people go there for treatment.
Yes, sir.
Punjab government has not been able to establish
The can-
a good hospital for treatment of those people.
Yes, sir.
And that is charitable, so it is free. So the cancer train issues, why cancer, why in agriculture, and those, why Punjab government should not itself do it. Then there is one, recently we saw that Kash Patel in US, he has reduced or completely withdrawn the security of Pannu, who was a target. And he said there is absolutely no evidence. But Americans, and they say they have evidence. So I think some more diplomatic answer could have been much better. They have not been able to give us the evidence. I think that we can see.
Okay, sir.
They claim that they have evidence, but they have not been able to give us
Yes.
credible evidence so that the government can react on that.
Yes.
So that would have been a better way of saying there is absolutely no evidence. You don't know whether evidence is there or not. You are not privy to what are the details they have, but they have not given it that people can say. So I think be a little more diplomatic on when you're answering a question. I think that these are a few things. So political science and international relations people are going to talk about. Particularly international law, is a law or not, and basically it's creating a lot of problem. It's not being able to do anything actually. People say it's meaningless, and America is completely withdrawing US aid, which was basically helping democracy in many other countries. They're spending so much of time on
Yes.
money on welfare. So just be around your DAF,
Yes.
and then international affairs and national, because political science and international relations is a very rich
Vast
subject,
subject,
very vast. And any question can be asked. But keep your cool
Yes, sir.
and spend this time reading a little more on that.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure you'll do well.
Thank you, sir.
So, love my side, my colleague will say something.
You look very presentable. I think you're going to wear this. Or
Yes, ma'am.
You're looking really very presentable. Rest, Honorable Chair has already told you everything. Do follow all that. I don't find any reason to not get selected. So work upon those things,
Yes,
and we'll see the flying colors. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you're doing good. Just one suggestion from my side, like you're not listening the question properly. Basically, you should listen the question properly. When I asked you about the you comparing UP versus Punjab, you have to mention similarities as well as differences. First similarities, these are the basic similarities,
Yes.
and these are the differences,
Yes.
like that. And you are not holistically answering. That's what, like, even for the question of these challenges from Canada to China, you were only mentioning the issues related to Nizar killing, and after that you left the question there itself. You have to answer the question holistically. So sometimes you are deviating, digressing from the question. Like you are not structuring it properly. Like you have mentioned youth going there. Here you are saying that Panchayati Raj recruitment happened in UP. That's not the thing. You have to clearly tell that there youth are going, here youth are not going. Mostly it is a domestic employment there they are seeking for.
Yes.
They are not going for any international kind of this thing.
Yes.
Opportunity seeking or anything. So this way some little structuring is needed. I think this is your last attempt, I think.
Yes, sir. Last time.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Preet, you are a very good candidate. It was a good experience, and your answers are very good, very well balanced. Only thing is, slightly you can increase the depth of your answers,
Yes.
particularly in terms of where you are working, what specific activities you are doing, and what issues you are facing. All those aspects you need to brush up, and read about polity and international relations from the current affairs point of view for the past 4-5 months.
Yes,
That
sir.
should be very much
Yes.
clear. Okay, and rest all is perfectly fine. Your articulation is good, and your voice modulation is also fine. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So best of luck.
Thank you.